Can somebody please save Master Roshi's soul? We need to protect Master Roshi's soul at all costs right now because this man is going down a dark path. We had, what was it, last week's episode or so, where Master Roshi was basically trying to rape that bitch Yuning, and then in this week's episode, he's trying to get his rocks off to Puar. He asked Oolong, and Oolong, being the real G that he is like, nah. But I don't know what they're doing in Dragon Ball Super right now, because back in the days, it kind of used to be a little bit funny, the way Roshi did things. You know what I'm saying? Like him creeping into, well, you know, maybe it's just nostalgia that I think it's funny. I don't know, because like back in the days, it was kind of humorous, the things Roshi was doing. Now it's getting to borderline like, Roshi, I think you're starting to lose it. You're trying to, oh yeah, I'm trying to overcome my, you know, sexual desires, but you're using Puar, alright? Like, just stop it, Roshi. This episode of Dragon Ball Super, a lot of things to talk about, a lot of preparation yet again. It feels as though we're really inching into the Tournament of Power. We getting setups and things like that, but to be honest with you, even though some would argue this feels like filler, it's ultimately really good setup, establishing these characters, the fighters that we're about to have, and overall getting some good planning, because if we're just thrusted into the Tournament of Power and there's not that much context or build up or setup, then it kind of just be like, okay, we're having a slobber knocker, which we're still going to have a slobber knocker, but it's going to be more refined and we're coming in with more of an idea of what to expect. So I definitely can appreciate that, and episodes like this display just that, because again, we had so much things going on. So we got Vegeta in the time chamber yet again, and Popo's like, no, please Vegeta, don't break it. I don't even know what I was doing right there with that, but anyways, we got Vegeta going into the chamber, which some people would argue because of the words that he said. I am going to, once again, I'm going to pass Kakarot this time around. I'm going to leave him in the dust, and I'm going to be the last man standing in the tournament. The last man standing in the tournament, totally understandable, be competitive and shit like that. The surpassing Kakarot, I mean, I guess that's always going to be Vegeta, right? Even though at the end of Z, which a lot of people go back to that, which was a great and really defining moment for Vegeta's character, when he said, I accept it, you're the best, you know, he basically gave into his pride. I think Super is kind of tweaking and you know, going into that portion of Vegeta's character and his acceptance, because with him saying lines like that is like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, I thought you accepted whatever. But I guess that's just the competitive nature, and he's just saying at the end of the day. And him going crazy, I'm imagining Popo's gonna have to redo the time chamber again, because he was going Super Saiyan Blue and screaming at the end of his little scene. But Vegeta going in there, that means that at the end of all of this, because we had some training in this one with a couple of different characters, especially Vegeta and Goku, out of this, I'm imagining when we come into the tournament, we could potentially see new transformations for them. It's going to be interesting to see if they're the same, because while Vegeta's in the time chamber, you know, training whatnot, Goku is with Whis, and they're training over there. So, if Vegeta gets some sort of transformation, a new one, let's just say, I don't know, Super Saiyan White, I'm kind of curious if Goku will go the same route, because obviously the one edge that Goku has over Vegeta, and I don't want to harp on this point for too much longer, but he has the Kaioken. And that's something that Vegeta doesn't have. So it's going to be interesting to see what do they come out of this with. Is Vegeta just going to be more stronger with his, you know, Super Saiyan Blue? Is he going to unlock something different? And likewise with Goku, what's going to happen there? Is he going to just master or come up with a new Kaioken form? And seeing him training with Whis, he's come a long way. I mean, Whis is still giving him the works. And I love how Whis is kind of like giving Goku a demonstration of what, you know, he's already been through and trying to train him to overcome those things. Like Whis is actually, I feel as though he's smarter than majority of the cast, and I feel as though he always knows more than he leads on, because, you know, he's always like, it is someone joking around, but I feel as though Whis actually has a lot of foreseen knowledge, or maybe he's just that damn good that he can see things, because the way he's training Goku and shit like that, you can see that he's actually trying really heavily to get Goku over some hurdles that he previously, you know, encountered. I'm glad one of the things that I've been saying for a while, a point regarding old Kai's unlocking abilities, was addressed in this one. He was like, hey, you want to see me dance and unlock people's potential? Yeah, you probably should have did that shit like 40 hours ago, bro. It's like, hey, at least they addressed it, but you should have said something a long time ago, because we could have got a bunch of mystic motherfuckers up in there, ultimate motherfuckers. We could have ultimate Goku, ultimate Vegeta, or something like that. I wanted to see the dance, bro. What are you doing? You're slacking. But at the very least, they addressed that, because it was like, that's something that exists in Z, and that could have been a big help for a lot of these characters to unlock their potential. And it looks like Universe 9 is so fucked. I'm sorry, like, I see Universe 9 being bodied and dragged out of there really quick, because as of right now, they still only have the Trio de Danger, and the Trio de Danger, you saw what happened in the tournament and the preliminaries. They got bodied. They got fucking dusted. Gohan, rusty, still rusty. Yeah, he probably had a little bit of training here or there with Piccolo, but still rusty, managed to get a draw, even though we would argue that it was a win. He was the last man standing, but that's neither here nor there. Getting a draw against the Trio de Danger, and that's all they have right now. So Universe 9 looking a little fucked. It was cool though to see the God of Destruction from Universe 9 using Hakai. I was like, oh shit, the Gods of Destruction are lit. Now, while Beerus's one, it was pretty fucking awesome what he did to Zama's. I was like, yo, that's hype. But he took out fucking buildings and shit like that. I would love, and I doubt it'll happen because it just seems like it's too huge of a scale, and DBS probably isn't going to go that route, but I would love to see some of the Gods of Destruction go at it, just Hakai left and right. I'm curious if the Hakai Destruction is a form or a move, shall I say, that you can only use if you become a God of Destruction, or is it just that they all happen to know the same move? I'm imagining like, hey, if Krillin became a God of Destruction, never do that, DBS, please, but if Krillin became a God of Destruction, maybe he could even learn that shit, which is such a fucking useful thing. It's like, yo, you need to be obliterated right now, motherfucker. Then the Hit versus Frost fight, which again, there's so much from this episode to talk about, but the Hit and Frost thing. Frost looking a little crusty, I ain't gonna lie, and the only thing I could think of, because he's there like in the slums with a hoodie and shit like that, Frost is still pretty strong, you know, considering things like in the universe 6, he's a strong dude. So I'm imagining his whole world was crumbled just because he's scared of Hit, because really there's not that many other people in that universe that we know of at the very least that can take him out. So I'm imagining he was hiding and running and all this shit just because of Hit, because look what Hit did to him in the fucking tournament, the Universe 6 tournament. Shit was fucking crazy. So I'm imagining that's the reason why. But when he was coming at Hit, you know, Frost was bodied, you know what I'm saying? Like, Frost had no chance, and it's going to be interesting to see, because we've known for a while now, based on that trailer that dropped several months back, that Frost was going to be in the tournament. I really want to see, if he's not going to cheat this time around, can he pull a Frieza? If he trains and goes hard, can he get a golden form? Can he get something even beyond that? I'm really curious to see what's going to happen with Frost now, because as of right now, where it stands, he's not really that formidable. Go train, go pull a Frieza, and let's see what happens. But that scene, I ain't gonna lie, that was probably one of the best scenes. It looked really nice, and just seeing Hit being a fucking monster, he's like, bro, I could kill you right now. You better fucking enter this tournament. You better not cheat, or you're gonna die. That scene was great. Poor Yamcha. Poor Yamcha. Oh my god, Yamcha. R.I.P. Like, Yamcha's only claim to fame, and if you follow me on Twitter, you know I talk about this all the time, his only claim to fame is that he hit it first. You know what I'm saying? He tapped Bulma before Vegeta. That's his only claim to fame, but goddamn, bro, DBS straight shits on him with... Look at this episode. He's standing around watching TV, asking, hey, so when am I gonna get invited? Yamcha, get it through your fucking head, bro. They don't want you. They rather have Master Roshi's old perverted ass than have you. That speaks volumes. You need to do something, bro. Go to the time chamber. I don't know, like, yo, at the very least, with the Yamcha manga, which chapter 2 dropped, if I'm not mistaken, like, the Yamcha manga is doing better than you. So somebody using your body can do better than you. Yamcha, rip. You stop. And then we got to see that pink chick that we've seen a while back again in that trailer that dropped, and it might be in the opening as well. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But Vegeta was supposed to be fighting this girl in the universe tournament or whatnot, and we see this time around her actual normal form, and then that she transforms into that big bubbly form that kind of looks a little bit like Majin Buu to a certain degree, very small. I don't know. Maybe I'm just saying that because they're both fat, whatever. But it seems as though that she's going to be a credible threat, and that's going to be interesting to see. I mean, we got to see her normal form, and she looks pretty cute in her normal form. I'm not gonna lie, I'd probably stick with a normal form over that Majin Buu looking shit, but yeah, cool to see the setup. And again, that's what I feel as though these episodes are doing very nicely. We're actually getting to see these characters, and it's not going to be, hey, for the first time you're about to find out everything about this character in this episode. No, we're getting good build-up, which this episode, it was a very good episode and did just that. And then the last two pieces that we got, one, Gohan embracing his role. Personally, I wouldn't listen to Shin, I wouldn't listen to Supreme Kai, because motherfucker don't know what he's talking about when Gohan's trying to create a strategy. He's like, yo, we could just stay in the middle of the ring. Well, Gohan, everybody's gonna do that. Shut the fuck up, Shin. You don't know shit. You ruin everything. Stop. So it's good to see at the very least Gohan embracing his role. But the problem at the end, which is gonna shake this whole thing up, and if you've seen the spoilers and you know what I'm talking about, but I'm not gonna spoil it if you haven't. Majin Buu, at the end of this episode, we find out he's not getting up. he won't get up for 2 months. So Goku is scrambling right now. It's going to be interesting to see how things turn out because we've been teased over and over that Majin Buu is going to be in this. We've seen him. Even, you know, the thing was when we saw him skinny, it's like, wait a minute, in the promotionals and the trailers and shit, he was fat, so what's going on there? So it's going to be interesting to see how that all turns around. Got Goku worried. I ain't gonna lie, Beerus shit, but he was pissed because if you think about it, Majin Buu has fucked him over already twice now. First time around where he failed the written exam for the Universe 6 tournament, and then now he's sleeping for 2 months. What are you doing, Buu? And it's like, Buu was so fucking hype in the preliminaries. How you doing this to us, Majin Buu? Like, I have hope, though, that somewhere along the way, Majin Buu will still be a part of the tournament. Only time will tell. With all that being said, I'm giving this one 8 to an 8.5 out of 10. Very good episode. A lot of good setup. A lot of good stuff happened in this one. A couple of things here or there is kind of like, whatever. But for the most part, very good setup. I was just kind of like, okay, we're almost there. Kind of curious what you guys think about this one, though. Think Frost is going to have some sort of new transformation, especially now that he knows he can't cheat or Hit is going to body his ass. What do you think about Goku and Vegeta's training? You think they're going to come out with both different transformations, or just Vegeta's going to be stronger in his blue form and Goku might get a new one? What do you think about that? How do you feel about Gohan embracing his role as the leader of Universe 7? And your overall thoughts of the episode. Very solid episode. I really enjoyed this one, and I felt as though they added a lot of content, which always a good thing. Okay, maybe not always a good thing, but you know what I mean. But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and stalk my Facebook to get more when the video ends. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.